Carl's Crafts. Welcome back if you've been before, and hi if this is your first time. This is where I do my whip and chat for the week, which is a work in progress, and I chat about what's gone on in the Withington household this week. I've got my candle lit. I have my Quiet River one, which you get on Etsy. I think they've got their own website as well. This is vanilla, chamomile, and lavender. It's lovely. So I need to do the foil trick because look, yeah, it's because I blow it out the last few times before it's had been burning for about 4 hours. So I've got to do the old burst. So that's for anybody that needs prayers, thoughts or positivity. Now my candle's lit. I have my flask, which I absolutely love this tumbler. I had a record yesterday. I made this at 9:30 in the morning and at 5:30 it was still warm. Yeah. And that is scalding, and I made that an hour and a half ago and that's still scalding hot. I've got my tray. I got that from Mrs. Coffee, by the way, on her Etsy shop. I've got my Diamond Art Club little funnel tray, basic. I've got my Shiny Shazza Christmas, because we're into Christmas nearly, tray. And this canvas is from Prison Diamond Painting Company, and it is by Emma Casey from the Emma Casey collection. I advise you to go over and have a look because it's amazing. And look at it. It's called Glowing Skulls and I love it. It is absolute joy to do. I'm having no problems with it. I'm really enjoying doing it and seeing it come together. So I'm working on the Raven Skull. I haven't bothered to kit them up. They're still in their original bags. So it's all like, just grab a bag and see if it's the right one. So grab some pens, a couple of pens. I don't even know if they've got wax in them. I haven't even looked. This is my tray that I have with all my bits and pieces in. That's the bits of wax I've been using. That's the... I've had a few black ones I've got extra bits on, and there are 2 hitchhikers and my pin for getting out my wax. So I'll put that over there. So, how's everybody's week gone? Has anybody else experienced Storm Arwen last night? Or Arwen, as we call it, Arwen. Last night, oh my God, was it windy. Rain. Oh. Well, I went up to my dad's last night and it was snowing. Come back, it was snowing. Then it turned to rain. But the wind, I thought, a good job Grant's got our wind tied. He's done like a wooden frame on it now. The canopy's tied to the wooden frame, which is then, what's the word I want? Nailed. The wires are nailed. It's wired and it's nailed to the decking, so it can't go far. Thank goodness. But it did, because one side slightly ripped and it did make, you could hear it, you know, when it's flushing around the canvas. It was a hell of a noise. Millie slept through it. She never heard nothing, and it's right outside her window. I'm in the front and I could hear it. Grant sleeps through it. And Jessie was like, oh, my mum, it didn't shut up. And I spoke to Josh today because he's up in Hull. Like, we're down in Wales. He's about 4.5, 5 hours away up the northeast of Britain. And he said it's horrendous there this morning. He went off for work. It's been work for 7. And he said he was driving to work and nearly crashed. He said all of a sudden this massive part of building debris of a sign come flying past, and he said I slammed my brakes on. He said no, he said I don't know how I missed it, mum. He said but I did. He said but it was like flipping heck. He said and you could feel it pushing the car across the road, because like you can only go like 20 miles an hour in a lot of Hull, sometimes 30. And he said his car was struggling because it was buffeting against the wind all the time. He said it was awful. He was so glad when I think he finished about, what time did he finish? 2? Something like that. And he said he was so glad to get back. So I said, stay in the warm, don't go anywhere now. So I'm hoping it's going to be better for him tomorrow. He said the snow hadn't reached them where he is, but I don't know if it did this afternoon because I haven't spoken to him, well, late this afternoon. So we'll have to see. Might have the phone ring because of everything that's going on. I've got the kids are downstairs, Grant's upstairs watching telly because the kids are all in the front room doing the Christmas decorations. they've tidied the front room, hoovered and polished it, and they want to put the tree up because Millie's friend Harvey's come to stay overnight. So I said they could put the Christmas trimmings up if they wanted, because it saves me a job. What should we do? Carry on with the A's, I suppose. And Harvey was coming down on the bus today from Newtown, which is about 27 miles away, staying overnight, and then he'll go back late tomorrow afternoon. Well, his poor little thing, he went to the bus station at 11:30. It's because he wanted to make sure he was there in plenty of time, because he had to walk from his house, which is about a 40-minute walk. And he got there, and 12 o'clock was bus was supposed to come. That came and went. 1:15, 1:15 came and went. 12:30 came and went. 1:45 came and went. So I said, we'll come and get you, because the next bus wasn't going till 2. And poor little thing, he was frozen. He's only a little tiny thing, skin and bones, and he was frozen. So I said, go and get a cafe, get yourself a coffee or something, and we'll come up. And so I drove the 45 minutes up there, picked him up and brought him back here. So they're all in the front room now, putting the Christmas tree up and putting all the Christmas things on the shelves, because the shelves have been emptied, ready for the Christmas things to go up. So they're going to be doing that. So there's Millie, Harvey and Jessie, and they're doing that. One Pups with her ball. She's excited because when they opened the tree up, I think there was one of her balls in there, so she must have put it in there when we were packing it up. Nobody had noticed, so she's happy now because it seems like she's got a new ball. So she'll probably hear that squeaking as well. But yeah, because what is it? It's 7:10 here on a Saturday night, and it's still very, very windy from Storm Arwen. I'm a Celeb's got cancelled for tonight and tomorrow night because of it. One of the Ludlow Craft Fair in their castle grounds, all the gazebos and everything got absolutely trashed overnight, so that had to be cancelled. It's a right mess. So I pitied all the craft holders there. Bless them. So I said to Grant, I was so glad he hadn't got one today. He did think about doing one, and I said, no, have the weekend off. Can't be doing it all the time. So he's got a commission for a green man, a small green man, about, I don't know, about that big. So he was out there doing that for him. So I think he's done the main shape of it now, just the main shape of the face. Trouble is, it gets dark so easy, so he can't do it then. He can do his spoons whittling in the house if he wants to in the kitchen, but you can't do anything that big in there because you need the light for the depth of the features and things. So I said he can do that tomorrow as well. Only if he wants to, but he finds it relaxing. So I said as long as he finds it relaxing and he's happy, carry on. I can hear them laughing in there. Can you hear it? I don't suppose you can hear them. There's a lot of giggling going on there. So her and Harvey are sleeping in the front room. I expect Jessie might sleep down here as well. So we bought some tub of chocolates, some Pringles. So they've got some crispy things like cornflake cake things. What else? There was something else they bought. Oh, Pringles, chocolates. Pringles, chocolates, and crispy things, I think. I'm sure there was something else, but I can't think. For when they were, because they were going to all watch I'm a Celeb. As soon as that's cancelled, they thought they might put a film on, but they can't decide whether they're going to put a creepy one on or not. And I said I won't be watching it. I'll either be in the kitchen or I'll be in bed, one or the other. So yeah, usually we don't put the trimmings up till the first week in December, so the first weekend of December, but with everything that's going on, I thought we might not get the chance, so let's just get them up this weekend and then it's up and done and dusted. And I love sitting in the front room with just the Christmas tree lights on. And then we've got lights, little row of fairy lights on the shelving, you know, just battery operated ones. So we just have them on. It's really relaxing because we haven't got a fire or anything like that for a glow. So just having the glow of that, really, really nice. Well, I find it is anyway. So have you lot got your Christmas decks up? Let me know down in the comments. Do you put them up just before Christmas, Christmas Eve, or like me, whenever you get a chance? But as I say, this year I'm not having to do it, so it's even better. Grant found my fairy. I think I was talking on one of my videos about my fairy, my light up fairy. Its wings all change colour. So Grant found that when he was ferreting up there for stuff. So he said, no, have it down this year. Because I haven't had it down for a few years. So I said, I don't even know if it'll work. So I'll try that after they've done this. And also they want me to make, although it's like late, well, 7:30, it'll 7:15, is it? Yeah, 7:15 now. So I said they want me to make sausage rolls. Because Harvey's not tasted our sausage rolls. So they asked would I make some. So I've got all the ingredients ready. So I'll make all the stuffing up, and I have bought the pastry because I ain't making flaky pastry or puff pastry, whatever you want to call it, for anyone. No, thank you. Nope, ain't gonna happen. So I'll get that out first for it to relax, and then I'll do the stuffing and stuff and get everything ready. Bought some more Dijon mustard to put in it because we'd run out. Well, we got a scraping, but I used that in the week. So I bought a new jar of that because he said, oh, we have got it. I said, yeah. Because they like it to have the mustard on it. They don't like the English mustard because it's a bit strong. It's a bit overpowering, you know, when it burns your nose when you eat it. Inside your nose, not the outside. You know what I mean. And so use a bit of Dijon. Lovely. So I'll be doing that after while this is all rendering and stuff. Because I can't go to bed while it's rendering and then uploading. So I thought, well, I'll make them. The Christmas cake I made, I'm not sure how big that tin is. Let me have a look, see if it says on the outside of it. How big's that tin? Oh no, it don't say. I think it's 10 inches tin. It's a Pampered Chef one. It's like that with the spring thing on the edge. I made the Christmas cake in there. I didn't put the booze in. I just did everything else apart from the booze bit. It's gone. It didn't last long. Well, Grant took a quarter of it to one of the boys in work. The other lad, he's not in at the moment. So he took a quarter in for Adam, because Adam very often will send Grant home with some flapjacks. So we returned the favour. So we sent him a big slab of, and I don't think it lasts long with him. Grant's taken a couple of slices every day to work, so he can have one at bait and then one at lunchtime or afternoon bait. Yeah, so that's gone. So I think I'll be making a new one of those. But it's nice when it gets eaten. It is nice. Oh, there's some more in there. Yes, tomorrow I'm going up to see my mum. It's her birthday. She'll be 84 tomorrow. But I can't go in to see her. I'm going to drive Dad up and Auntie Marg because she's come down. So I'll drive them two up. Jessie's going to come to keep me company. So we're going to sing happy birthday through the window to her. Then leave Dad and Auntie Marg with her. Because I thought, well, she's going to know Auntie Marg because that's her sister. That's her baby sister. And no Dad. So I thought that would be better. And Auntie Marg might not be able to get up again because her eyesight's so bad and stuff. And like, she's 81. So I said me and Jess can either go off to the town or go and find a cafe and have a coffee while we wait. I said they can take as long as they want. You know, there's plenty of little shops and nicky-nacky places we can go and have a look at. So I sent Mum up some flowers by He Florist, I think it was called, the company. So I sent her a big large bouquet Trouble is when you buy them online, they don't show you they only show you one picture, so you don't know whether that's small, middle or large. I'm presuming it's probably the large. So you don't really know. So I always tend to buy the large because I think I'd hate her to have them and there's just like 3 little stems or something there. So I sent them up and I sent our card up and the kids' cards up. So I managed to get all our Lily of the Valley stuff for Christmas, so I'm pleased about that. So that should be good. But she's doing all right, so and she's comfortable. So, you know, it'll be like, what was it from here? It'll be about an hour and 10 minutes, I suppose, drive, which isn't too bad. On a good day, you can do it in an hour. You know, if traffic and traffic lights and things are on your side. So that's going to take up most of tomorrow. So I thought I can't really do bacon tomorrow. I was going to start deep cleaning today. So I did the one unit, stripped it down, cleaned it all and scrubbed it and whatever. I've been watching these, you know, deep clean programs on YouTube where they go into these houses that are really, really dirty and deep clean. Well, mine's not like that. Honestly, it's not that bad. But it does give me the boot up the arse sometimes to get in and have a go at mine. So I was right in the mood today, and then I had to go and get shopping. So I went and did that. And dinner. Finished cleaning that unit down, and then I had to go and get Harvey. Then by the time we got back, because you're talking like 50 minutes, 45 to 50 minutes there, same back. And then I had to pop to town to get some stuff because I'd forgotten a couple of things. So by the time I got home then, I made a quiche from scratch. So I did that, made that up, got that cooking. Then I did this potato thing that they like to go with it, and then made up a salad, cut it all up and all that blather. Time I did that, washed up. Well, I wiped Grant washed today. Got the trimmings down, sorted this out. You know, it's like 7 o'clock and it's like, wow, where's the time? I think it's going to be a bit like that tomorrow. And I am going to do my live tomorrow, unless something drastic happens. Hopefully, fingers crossed, nothing will. Because we haven't had much luck lately, as you all know. It's like one thing after another, but I'm going to keep going, guys. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to just see the good and not the bad, as they say. So, yeah. So, Dad's on another course of antibiotics. I think this is his 3rd or 4th lot of antibiotics. They want to keep on top of it because he's still not right. Nowhere near. Because I know he's not going to be because he's had pneumonia and it can take up to 6 months and whatever. But yeah, so they're playing it safe and giving him more. He's not fit enough to drive. He said, well, I'll drive tomorrow, save you coming up. I said, no, you're not. No, you are not. Then he said, oh, you can drive my car, because I am insured to drive his car. I went, no. Nope, yours is a new car with all fandangled stuff on it. Oh, shoot, I just knocked all that over. I said, and I have no idea how to... Well, I would. I could drive a new car, but I wouldn't feel safe because mine's a little old banger. So, you know, something goes wrong or somebody scratches it or whatever, or I hit a curb or, you know, it's my car. His is like a newish car and it's immaculate. You know, that's his pride and joy. So, no. I said, no, we'll go in mine. Grant filled it up with fuel the other night for me to make sure that I filled it to the brim. So if I needed to rush off to the hospital or anything again, I've got fuel. So yeah, so he's doing all right. My Auntie Marg's come up. I love my Auntie Marg. She lives in Swindon, which is that's about 5 hours away. And she's come up on she was coming up on the train. She was going to go to Hereford. Then they decided no, she'd go to Swansea, which then she could come straight into Landod on the train. I'd pick her up. We'd go and do some shopping for Dad, and then I'd take her up to Dad's. So that was the plan, all sorted. So I'd said we'd do American pizzas for tea for Millie and Grant, and then me and Jess would have something on the way back. You know, when we got home, we'd have ours. Have either warm the pizza through or whatever. When Auntie Marg rang, said, the train isn't turning up. I said, what do you mean the train's not turning up? And she said, apparently ours was slightly late and the other one went early, so we missed that one. And the next one that's supposed to be coming in the next half an hour isn't coming now. So I'm like, well, what are you supposed to do? She said, I really don't know at this moment. So I said, well, ring me back. She said, the next train they're saying is at 6:30 at night. I said, you can't stand on a station from like 3 o'clock till 6:30. I said, that's bloody ridiculous. She said, oh, I know. Oh, what's happened here? Did I just press that? Sorry, guys. I keep forgetting I need to get a... Sorry if that affected your eyes. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't seem very bright. That's better. I said, you can't stay on the train thing, you know, out there for that length of time. So she's like, no, I know. So she said, I'm going to go and play Holy Havoc with them now. She said, there's about 11 of us here that wanted to catch the train. She said, and dropped off. She said, there's one, she said, I think they wanted to go to Landod. And the rest en route. Oh, there it is. Is that 400? Yeah. So I said, oh, all right. I said, whatever time. I said, just let me know. I'll come and get you from the, you know, the station and whatever. Then she phoned me back to say that they'd got a taxi and they would be up here at the same time. And I said, yeah, all right. So they'd get you about 5:30 the same. So I thought, that's great. So my dad wanted a card for my mum. So me and Jess set off about 15:15 to go and grab a card for him before we went to the other supermarket to shop. Then Auntie Marg phoned and said, oh, the chap here with me wants to know if you can pop to the chemist and get his tablets before it closed. Give me the name, whatever. He's rung ahead to tell him. Yeah, all right. I just heard chemist. There's 2 chemists in ours. One's Boots, one's Lloyd's chemist. I went to the wrong one, didn't I? What a plonker. So I'm in there and they said, no, we definitely haven't got. I said, are you sure you rung here? So it took me ages to get through to Auntie Marg because the signal, she'd lost the signal. And of course I was at the wrong one. But he was all right about it. He said, oh, I'll pick it up tomorrow. So when we went up to the other one, waited there for them to be dropped off. And doors open and this lad come up. Well, he's not a lad. He's probably in his, like I say lad because I'm 54. He was probably in his late 30s probably. And he said, Margaret's kept me well entertained. I said, I can imagine. He said, she's lovely. He said, I can't thank you, Margaret, enough. He said, it's been nice company. And he said, I'll buy you a coffee when I see you next. So I said, oh, thanks for keeping my Auntie Marg company and whatever. And he'd got her case down for her and stuff. So getting in the car and I said, hey, you. She said, what? And Jessie was laughing because Jess had come with me. I said, oh, 81 and still got it. She started giggling. She said, oh, shut up. I said, I saw that, I said, offering to buy you a coffee. I said, 81 and pulling these young men. She was laughing. She said, oh, shut up, you. She said, he was really nice. She said, he chatted to me and he made sure I was okay. I said, oh, that's lovely. I thought, that's nice, isn't it? So they got a taxi up. So, yeah. So then we went and got the shopping and the card and took her up to my dad's. And she's going to stay probably for about a week, depending what else goes on. And they'll make some soups and stuff. And she'll just be company because she lives on her own. She lost her husband like 40 years ago. And so they'll be company for each other, which is nice. And then they've known each other over 60 odd years. So, yeah, it will be. And she won't take no shit off him. If he won't do as he's told because he's a bugger. He's getting up and trying to do stuff and that doesn't need doing. And So she will give him the riot act. So I know she'll phone me if they need anything, you know. She's good like that. So she said, you can relax a bit now while I'm up here and concentrate on all that else is going on. Because my father-in-law, he's not eaten since he lost my mother-in-law. He doesn't want to eat and stuff. He has got a problem with his stomach and stuff, but so we're worried about him. If he keeps going, he ain't gonna last long. So I think it'll be broken heart syndrome. I'm hoping not, but I phone him every day to make sure he's all right. So dealing with that. And then last Sunday, if you were in my live, I had a phone call to say my sister had been rushed into Hereford Hospital. And I did put it on my Facebook status for people that don't know. My sister had, she was disabled, only slightly, I don't like the word backward, but I suppose, I don't know how else to put it. She was very slow to do things, you know, and pick things up and things. And then she got young person's dementia, you know, teens. But it was slow progress, and then she had fits, which between the two were killing off her brain very slowly. So, I mean, she's at the stage now where she can't really eat for herself, dress herself, go to the toilet on herself. She can't really speak anymore. She can speak little bits of words, but she's always smiling. So they said she'd got COVID, tested positive for COVID. They were worried Sunday morning. They looked at her. She didn't look very good. So they thought, we'll see how she is. They dosed her up. By the evening, they phoned the doctor. He said to do a COVID test, which was positive. I don't know whether he did go out and see her. But the next we heard was when I had the phone call saying she was being rushed to Hereford because she got COVID. She'd very chesty, shallow breathing. She wasn't gagging for breath, just very shallow breathing, coughing like mad, not getting her breath when she was coughing, and just looked really ill. Real grey colour, which isn't means, you know, wasn't much oxygen. Her oxygen levels were low and her blood pressure was low. So that was Sunday night. Monday, I phoned they'd got her on 2 lots of antibiotics. They were waiting for the blood results, which didn't get till late afternoon, which turned out to be she had COVID, but she had bacteria pneumonia as well, bless her. So that's why she was so rough. So they altered the antibiotics to do that. Her stats kept stats kept falling, which blood pressure was going low. Her oxygen levels will come up and then they drop again, but she wouldn't keep a mask on, so they put the nasal one in. She won't keep that in for long, so they would just persevere and just kept putting it in. She'd pull it out. She'd keep it in for about 10 or 15 minutes, pull it out, and it's just back and forth. And what day are we now? Saturday. So Wednesday she made some improvements. Thursday morning she made some improvements. She was sitting up in bed, she was smiling, everything was looking, she was still very ill, but she was looking a lot better. She looked like there was good progress. So we thought, oh, great. Then my dad phoned me late afternoon, said he just had a phone from the doctor. He was trying to explain, but he was making no sense because he was so upset. I said, it's all right, I'll phone the hospital, find out what's going on. So I phoned the hospital, spoke to the staff sister. She said, hang on. Next thing the doctor came on. I said, oh, are you the one that's just spoke to my dad? And she said, yes, I am. She said, do you know what's going on? And I said, well, no, not really. I said, is it not, you know, is the pneumonia getting worse? And she said, no, she's got an underlying infection now. She said, we're just taking bloods to find out what it is. But the trouble with COVID, if you've got anything with COVID, you get secondary infections on top of whatever you've got. I said, oh, okay. I said, didn't know that, but I knew you get infections from the COVID. But, you know, she said, no, because she's got the pneumonia, she can get another infection on top of that, a viral pneumonia as well as a bacterial pneumonia. But she said, I think it might be sepsis. I'll get there in the end. I said, oh, shit. She said, yeah. But she said, if it is, hopefully we've caught it in time. But her oxygen levels are really, really dropped. and her blood pressure is really, really dropped. She said she is really, really ill. So I said, oh, bloody hell. So I said, well, can we come and see her? And she said, well, no, you still can't see her because of... But I said, well, you know, I don't want nothing to happen to her, and I can't see her. Or my dad. And they said, well, if anything was going to go that way, we would call you. And usually it's one, but I would think under the circumstances, because your dad's just can't drive and is recovering from illness himself, they'll let you both in. So I said, bloody hope so. So every time the phone goes, I'm jumping and like, oh God. So I'm phoning twice a day. I'm due to phone now after I'm on here. This morning, he said she was still very, very ill, but she was sitting up in bed, he said, and they were going to try her with a little bit of food and see how she goes. And her stats hadn't gone any lower. So they're hoping now that the new regime of strong antibiotics again that they're putting her on, they put her on a different cocktail, are starting to work. I said to him, I said, she's a fighter. He said, she is lovely. He said, we've even had a little smile off her this morning. He said, she's a right little cutie. I said, I know. I said, but I'm telling you now, I said, she won't tell you if she's in pain or discomfort. He said, we've noticed. He said, because she's been pulled pillar to post. He said, and she's not complained or whinged or moaned or anything. He said, she's just let us go on and just says thank you. And he says, you know, he said, oh, I said, I know that's what she's like. So thank you for everybody that said some prayers or lit a candle or just sent positive thoughts. If you could still keep them coming, because we still need them. She's not out of the woods yet, but hopefully she's on the right track. So, yeah, so it hasn't been a good couple of weeks. Mum with her hip, then Joan, mother-in-law, dying, then Dad with his pneumonia and really ill, nearly losing him, and then my sister. So I'm thinking, surely nothing else can happen. Surely we're out the woods now and it only can be uphill. It can't be we can't. We can't. You know, I know I chuckle, but you got to chuckle. So that's that news. What else have I been doing? I had to go and get Jessie a school hoodie yesterday. Oh my God, that was a palaver and a half. Jessie hates the school uniform anyway and won't wear it. She's refused, but they can wear, they told them they can wear the school hoodies. Well, trying to get hold of the right sizes of the school hoodies has been a nightmare since the summer holidays. So I went down yesterday and they said, well, we've got no mediums, we've got no large or extra large, we've got extra, extra large, extra small or small. So I said to Jess, I don't know whether you'll fit in a small because she's quite broad-shouldered. But I said you might. So I said, she try it on? He said, yeah. He said, go on then. So she went and tried it on and thank God it fitted her. So she was chuffed that she was in a size small. But I said to her, it's because you've lost so much weight. So she's happy because I said to her, well, get a school. I ain't wearing one. I said, well, they're going to make you. She said, I don't care. I said, they'll, you know, put you on suspension or something. She said, they can. I don't care what they can do. She said, they can hold me down. Are they going to force it on me? She said, I'm not wearing it. And that's it. I don't care. And Jessie's the type of, they said, I'm suspending. You should just go, oh, fair enough. And she'd go online and look what she needs to do. You know, she's, yeah. But we did get one, thank goodness. But it's 25 quid just for a jumper, for a hoodie. Like, flip back. Lily's been to the vets as well this week. She had her jabs. Remember I said she got an ear infection, which was looking better. So I got the vet to have a look. And we actually got to go in the vets this time, which we haven't done since COVID began. But they do allow you in there now, which was good because she said she couldn't see. It looked like whatever I was doing is kept the infection under control, because she said all it looked like now was a load of gunk in her ear. So she showed me, she's given me some ear wash stuff to get it all up, which I'm going to do once a day, which Lily absolutely hates with a vengeance. But then she showed me how to use this tiny bit of cotton wool and how to get the dirt out of her ear and without hurting her and all that. And she said, you know, unless people are in with you, you can't show them these things. So she said she was so grateful that people could come back in now to the vets. Because she said it's really hard to explain what to do with an animal. She said you really need to be showing them what to do. That's Lily. Too sure her name. So yeah, so started that, but yesterday morning she'd give us a bit of a scare because she was a little bit sick and there's a little bit of blood in it, which she can get now and again, so we've just got to keep a closer eye on her. But she's happy in herself and she's running round, so that's good. But if she starts to, because was it this time last year that she went downhill again, so I'm just hoping it's not a winter thing, because it's been 2 winters that she's gone downhill, so I'm praying that's not. So, fingers crossed for her as well. But yeah. So the Christmas bedding is on the beds. Everybody's got the Christmas bedding on because Christmas decorations are going up. I bought a new bottle of Bailey's today because it was still on offer from £20 to £12. Because I opened my little pound tin. I've been putting a couple of pounds away. It was only about 40 odd pound in there in the tin. So Millie needed a stack of drawer things to put all her art supplies and school stuff in. So that was 20 quid. I needed some cleaning stuff for there, so I got that. And then I got a bottle of Bailey's and some chocolate, tin of chocolate for the kids and Pringles and stuff. So yeah, they're going to be into them and I'm going to be into the Baileys. And I'm going to wait. I can only have one in case I've got to get up in the night and go. So I'll only have one, but I shall make it last. I'll put loads of ice in it, so I've literally got to sip it. That's the trouble. See, I'd like to have a large one, but I better not, because that'll be the night that I need to go to drive to the hospital or something, or get up to Dad, or get up to Mum, or whatever. So yeah, so I haven't been able to do, oh, that's the dog, she's only scrying. So I haven't been able to do anything on my Etsy, I haven't been able to make anything, I haven't been able to answer comments, make videos, do anything. So I do apologise, I have seen your comments, but I just haven't had the time to get round to answering them. So I'm hoping that I might later, when it's quieter, to be able to do it. Isn't it, Paps? You're coming into Mama. Bit of a mummy's girl the last few days, isn't you, sweetheart? Yeah. She hasn't left me hardly at all, have you? No. You say you'll be by my mama's side? Yeah. Have you been looking after your mama? Yeah. Last night when I was in here, and I was rendering some videos, and she kept, because it was getting late, it had gone 10, and she was like, Mum, bed. She kept looking at me and then walking to the stairs and coming back to the kitchen, looking at me, walking to the stairs. I said, you can just go. You know, your dad's gone to sleep. You can just go. But you can't, can you, baby? You got to have your mama with you. Like a kid. Can you, Bubba? Got to have mama. Has that got to have a mama with him? So, there we go. We'll put one more lot in there. And 3 in there, 2, 2, 3 on there. A couple there. So yeah, let me know what you're doing this week. What are you up to? I have no idea what I'm up to this week. I've got a couple of appointments. Millie's got her COVID booster on the 1st. I've got a hospital appointment, which I'm not looking forward to because it might lead to surgery and I don't really want that, on Friday. I'll be doing my live tomorrow and I can't wait. So please, 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 if you can, join me tomorrow because I'll need all the company that I can get tomorrow. Making the sausage rolls now in a minute. I'm hopefully going to finish the deep clean of the kitchen. That's my plan. But, you know, oh, and I want to fill it, do my planner as well, because I enjoy decorating my planner. You know, just a little bit of switch off time and do your planner. So I don't think it's been a very long video, has it? Oh, about 40 minutes. There you go. Not too bad, not too long, not too short. So, as I say, let me know what you're up to and what you think down below in the comments, because I'd love to hear from you. And thank you ever so much for stopping by. You know I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. And I know I always say it, but I really, really do mean it. And all my social medias down below if you want to contact that way to have a chat or whatever. Everything you need to know about me is down below, so check the description out and it's all down there. So all that's left for me to say is take care, look after yourselves, and most importantly, stay safe. Love you all. Bye.